Welcome to the MavonX desk. I'm your host, Alin. Where at MavonX, all your puzzles are always fresh and never repeated. For episode number 2, we're going to cover two basic topics today. The first topics I'm going to give you guys is a report of where we're at with the Guinness World Record, and thank you guys for following. And the second topic we'll do is we'll go through sin number 1 of how Sudoku puzzles creators cheat you, and this is part of what I call the 7 deadly sins. So without further ado, let's go into topic number 1, which is a Guinness World Record. So as you can notice here, you see this white thing up above. This is an overhead camera I have, and I printed out the correspondences from Guinness World Record. And as we can see here, in May 21st of 2026, I submitted a query into Guinness World Record to say, hey, I want to do the largest volume of puzzles in a book, right? The largest volume. And as you guys remember from last episode, that was close to 91,000 puzzles I was able to fit in a book. It's, again, ridiculous book. Perfect. Right? So this was done on May 21st saying, hey, Alan, thank you for your record inquiry. And they'll get back to me with a couple steps. It actually took them quite a bit of time, almost a month to get back to me. And they got back to me on June 25th. This is the same email from that. And essentially, they submitted me, as you can see in here, for the largest Sudoku puzzle published. Now, I didn't think much of that when that happened because I was like, oh, okay, so they submitted my query. I went in and I logged in, and as I told last episode, was that they submitted me for the largest printed square meter, like square foot or meter, was it meter query. And I tried to go in there to talk to the product adjuster, and the product adjuster said the website didn't work. So I finally got an answer from them this week. And this was their answer, was like, thank you for contacting Guinness World Records. They were aware of the issues and they're currently investigating it with hoping to resolve in the upcoming days. So I went into my application and I saw that they removed the largest by square foot volume. And I'm currently under no application. So we have a question number 1. Question number 1 is do I wait? Or number 2, do I submit another query? Right? Or do I submit another query? Sorry, I write like a doctor. That's what engineers do. And the reason I'm asking, because like last time I did this, it took a month, and I am wondering right now how long it's going to take him to go do another one. And maybe if I submit one, then it will be like, hey, we already got one, and it maybe slow it down. Let me know in the comments below. I'll let you know next week of what I think. Now for the next thing, before we go to the next one, I just wanted to say, in the last episode, episode when we talked about that I'm an engineer, also that my name's Alin, I'm of Romanian descent. And I was just thinking about this, that this would be pretty funny to show. So my name is spelled Alin, right? A-L-I-N. That's how my name is spelled. That's the Romanian name spelling of Alin. In the I think it was the 2nd or the 3rd grade, I had a teacher that looked at the spelling and was like, it's wrong. And I got indoctrinated as alien. Yeah. So if you ever were looking for an alien, here's Alan, who got indoctrinated as an alien in the 2nd or the 3rd grade. That's just a fun fact for you guys to know about me that I thought was pretty hysterical. Okay. So now we're going to go transition to the 7 deadly sins. Okay. So I'm going to bring my transparency sheets over here, and then we go. I just have to do a minor adjustment of the camera, because those were for the emails, and this is for the... All right. So now we have the original puzzle. This is actually the puzzle of the day for July 11th, which is this recording. And what I'm going to show you right now is how other puzzle creators use the rotation exploit, which is sin number 1, to actually create new puzzles. So here's I'm going to bring up another puzzle on screen. So move this over to the side. I'm going to bring puzzle 2 on screen, right? This is a puzzle that's rotated by 90 degrees. These are the same puzzle. And let me show you how this trick works, and it actually works very beautifully on screen. They do this. They rotate it 90. And as you can see here, again, these are transparencies, and just go transparencies, right? 2, 2, 1, 1, 6, 6. Right? So they use these tricks, again, like I said last time, they use what these call these seeds, and this is what we consider a seed, and they do these transformation, and the rotation is a transformation, and you get to here, right? So you can see here. Now, here's what's so devious about this, is that when you look at them like this way, you would go, hey, those are 2 independent puzzles, but they're not. They actually require the same exact logic to solve. Now, here's the crazier part, right? So we were here. Here is the other rotation they can do if they grow 180, right? So right, 180 is bringing it one more time. I know this looks upside down, but 9, 3, 8, 5, 4. There's a 3, there's a 7, there's an 8, 2, 9, 6, 1, 8, 1, 2, 7, 4, 7, 8, 3, 2, 5, 4, again, 9, 6. And then it's even more devious because it can rotate it another time to create it at 270, right? So I'm going to rotate it one more time, right? And there's the rotation exploit into play, right? So this is 8, 4, 8, 4, 3, 2, 8, 1, 9, 5, 3. And you guys could understand, like on a computer, how this could seem practically very, very easy to do, right? On a computer, you could easily produce just matrix rotations, right? So that's how these other puzzle creators do it to see it. Now, what I want to show is about a year ago, I think it was a year ago, I created just takes me a second to move to the screen. I created this short. I'm gonna watch it live. So this is by me, and then this is the rotation exploit. And because you can do it in this, you can do all these little tricks just to open up the letters, right? That is it. I'll have a link to this down below to see, but we'll see it again. But again, just for those of you, so you have the short, you have the explanation, and that's how the rotation exploit works. Let's pause this, and then let's go to, we're going to solve a puzzle. Now, as you guys all know, this is a Sudoku channel, and part of what we have to do is solve puzzles. Because if we don't solve puzzles, then, I don't know, this is just Alin ranting, and we should not be Alin ranting, because that's not good. So, let's go solve a puzzle, let's go get the camera out of the way, and let's do this. So, this is July 11th puzzle, and one of the things I did here that's different than last time, if you guys notice, is this is not quite my website. What I did is I built an independent viewer that I could do locally, so that way it's really big screen and it doesn't ruin the website, because I need the website to look that way too for being more web content. But this is the same solver but locally. So looking here, I know this one here is a 1 just by looking at it. So let's just go through this. So can't be a 1 here, cannot be a 1 here, and this one eliminates it here, so the 1 has to be a there. Done, right? See that? So then let's go over to the top. Can't be a 1, can't be a 1, pencil 1, 1. Okay. We go over to here, can't be a 1, can't be a 1, 1s can be here. Right. Go over to here, can't be a 1, can't be a 1, 1s are here. Now, again, this is just because we could see it, because there's a 1 in here and it can't be any other 1, it actually eliminates the 1s from being from here, right? So it actually erases these 1s. So then the only place we could have a 1 now is there. So that makes sense, hopefully, for everyone. So then we go up above, pencil 1, 1, right? And I didn't do a mistake so far. Then we go up here. We could be ones can be here. So all of these can be a 1. Okay. For next week, what I plan on doing, okay. I plan on showing the second way they cheat, and I call that the mirror exploit. One of the things that I did is I named these exploits because I don't think they existed by name on the internet or anywhere. So I created these export and I named them because I thought by naming something you can actually talk what they mean. Right now, here we go again because there's a 2 here, lots of 2 in here. There can't be 2s there, so these get erased. And actually, the only places there can be 2s down here. So 2, there has to be a 2 there. So, oh, look at that. See, remember from last time, me talking makes mistakes. So 2 can only be there. Look at that. That's a 2. Nice. So let's do this one. Can't have a 2, can't have a 2, can't have a 2. So 2s can only be here or here, right? So 2, 2, 2, right? Okay. Additionally, just to show you previews of some more content I've been thinking about. So there are 7 deadly sins. Every week I'm going to go through one of them. We did sin 1. Next week I'm going to go through sin number 2, which is the mirror exploit. And then after that we'll go through each of them one individually. And for each of these, I'm going to be using the light table to actually show you guys like how these work real time, and I think using the light table and an overhead projector camera reminds me of an overhead projector, so I think that would be pretty cool. Like it has like that very feeling to it. So 3 3, yeah. So let's go here. There can't be a 3 3. This is 3 3 3's here. Finish that 3 3. 3's can be here or here. Let's have about 3 in here. So again, if you're new to starting Sudoku, the easy puzzle is the best puzzles to start at because you don't have to know anything other than basic rules. The medium and the hard puzzles, you have to rely on what are called candidate elimination techniques, right? And those bring a different flavor of challenges because you have to recognize the technique to do that. So if you're new at Sudoku, start with an easy puzzle. All of our easy puzzles, you only have to know essentially recognize that in every box, the letter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 has to appear once. In every row, the same. In every column, the same. As long as you realize that, it's easy to do. I think tonight I showed a little more advanced technique with like the ones was locking those, but anytime I show an advanced technique, I try to explain it so that way you guys can go, oh, okay, I see it. And as before, I am more of a puzzle creator than a puzzle solver, right? I believe in creating. Oh, look at that. I talk again and I screwed up. There can't be a 3 there. So 3, 3, 3, 3's can be here. Right? 3, 3. And I bet you guys online are seeing this. Oh, look at another mistake. That's fine. So 2. Can't be a 2, 2, so 2. Yeah, I forgot to do the 2s in this one. Yeah, so my goal is every week to walk you guys through one of these exploits, talk about this. So I've got a couple weeks of this going forward. Additionally, after that, I will be diving into the math of that makes every puzzle unique on MavonX. I wrote a book on that, and we talked about it last time. Uh, I will start explaining probably chapters or a couple chapters per session, and that way every week you guys could get a little more understanding of the book. So and the math, and you can actually replicate the math. So so here's another time where I'm using a little more advanced technique. So fours are locked in here. So fours, there can't be fours here. The fours here, so the fours have to be there. Again, that's a little more advanced technique. But yeah, so four, so they can't, so fours are here. Four, let's see, fours here. The four there. So there are fours here. And then here. So that's where the fours are at. Okay, five. These two can be five. This one. That can be. These two can be a five. Here. Five. Let's go here. So then we're going to be five here. There's no fives to lock it, so all of these can be a five right now. Right. When we go over to box, this is box number 6. 5, 5, 5, 5. And again, when you're seeing this happen, don't worry about the fact you're getting candidates. The solution will become apparent. You just have to, I mean, again, step 1 is to develop this, and then look at that. That one has to be a 5. There's only one 5 there, right? You guys see that. So 5 here eliminates there. This 5 here. This one eliminates that. Perfect. Now, the other thing that we can see here too is that now this one has to be a 3 because that's the only last 3 there. So let's just put a 3 in for that one, right? So we got the 3. So that eliminates the 3s here. So 5, 5. Let's go to 6. Okay, so 6. We're going to focus on this box up here. So 6 can be here. Pencil. 6. 6. All right, let's go to this one. 6 can be here, so 6 can be here, here, here. Let's just make sure, check. Yeah, no mistakes so far. Good. And again, like talking last time. Oh, look at that. This is the only one that can be a 6. There's no other way, right? You see that? So this eliminates here. This 6 eliminates this here. So that left that with 6. So when we go over to this one, 6 can only be on this top row. Right, let's go to box 7. Let's go see where there can be 6s. So 6 can't be here or here. This is the only places left for 6. Right, then we go over to this row. 6 can't be here. 6 could be here or here. And then we go over to this one, and this is box 9. There can be a 6 everywhere. Okay, let's go to 7. Let's find a 7 here. So there can be a 7 everywhere. And what I've discovered is once you, oh, look at that. There can only be a 7 there. You guys see that, right? So again, this 7 blocks this. This 7 blocks that, so there's only a 7 there. So that 7 can't be there. I'm going to have to program in this because on my website, when I did this, it would remove the candidates. This one's not doing it. I'm going to have to go fix that and add that back in. Okay, that's a good fix for next time. So let's go to 7 here. So 7 can't be here or here. So this can be a 7. And that could be a 7, right? So there's a 7 there already. There's a 7 there already. Let's go to 7 here. So 7 can be here or here. 7. No 7's there. No 7's there. There would be a 7 here. 7. 7. This box already has a 7, so we're solid. And we go over to this box. 7 could be here, here, or here. Now let's go to 8. Where's 8? There's an 8. There's an 8 in this box. Where we go over to this box. 8 can be here or here, right? I hope you see that. Right, that's an 8. It's an 8. 8 can be in these corners here, right? That could be an 8. That can be an 8, and that can be an 8. Let's just check that I didn't make a mistake so far now. 8, 8, 8. If we go over to this box, that has to be an 8. You see that, right? Okay, so this 8 blocks these. This 8 blocks this. And then leftovers, this 8 blocks this. The only thing possible there is an 8. Right now, if we look here, what we'll also notice is there's only one 7 left in this box. So that one has to be a 7. So let's go do, that one has to be a 7. Now we have to remove the pencils up here. So let's go to pencils and remove 7 as a pencil, and then remove 7 as a pencil, right? Because that 7 eliminates that. And then, right? Okay. I just saw another technique, but we'll leave it towards the end. So that's 8. If it still matters, 8. Now we need to do 8 in this box. So 8 can only be here. You see that, right? So this 8 blocks this, so that's the only one that can be an 8. And now we know that 6 is only left over there, so that has to be a 6, right? So look at that. That's how it comes together. And usually, the closer you get towards the end of the puzzle, the closer it comes together, right? Because like all the interplays are done. And oh, look at, see, made a mistake. There we go. Erase. Oh, okay, erase. All right, that was a 6. Okay, 6. So can there be a 6 here? That can be a 6. There's already an 8 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 is what I got rid of. So there can be a 4. And there could be a 4 there. Yeah. Yeah. See, me talking, you lose your place, and that's what happened. But that's okay. Again, have fun. That's the most important thing. 8. Let's go to 8 here in this box. 8 can't be here. 8 can't be there. So 8 is locked into here, right? That's the only place it could be 8. 8 locks this. 8 locks these 3. Yeah, that's the only one that's 8. Okay, now let's go to 9. 9. So 9. 9. So that one's could be a 9. That could be a 9. That could be a 9. That could be a 9. Okay, that's 9, 9. We're done with 9 here. Let's just check so far. Let's go to this box. 9. There could be a 9 here. There could be a 9 there. Right. Again, this kind of hints at what these are, but we can deal with that later. 9 here. So this 9 blocks this, and that blocks that. So 9 here. 9 here. We go up to this level here. That one already has a 9, so we focus on this box. So this 9 eliminates here, here. 9s can be here, in here. So usually that's like the most important thing when you do Sudoku is to get your candidates right. Because if you don't get your candidates right, it goes really easy to lost. 9, and then let's do 9 here up on top. So this 9 blocks here. There's no 9 down below, so there could be a 9 here, 9 here, 9 here, 9 here, and 9 here. Okay, so at this point, what I like to do is go find candidates that are by themselves, right? So if we go scan the first row, we see there's a 7 by itself. Let's put a 7. Let's just see if I didn't make an error. Nope, I didn't make an error. There's a 2. So there's a 7. Because this version doesn't automatically delete candidates, we need to delete them manually. So that removes that one, right? And then this 7 would remove this one here. But actually, that's probably better because you guys are learning 2. So then when we go to 2, this would have to be a 2, right? And then we should go remove the candidates that are no longer applicable, right? So the 2 up here eliminates here, right? And the 2 over here eliminates down there because you can't have 2 anymore, right? So to clean up that row, box, clean it up. Now we go scan. Additionally, we see there's a 1 here. That's the only place there can be a 1. So we put a 1. Let's check it and make sure I didn't make a mistake. No, I didn't. Let's go back to pencil. So then that means that we can eliminate 1s as candidates in this box, right? And that means we can eliminate 1 as candidate here. It also means we could eliminate 1 as a candidate here, right? And then we could eliminate 1 going down, but there's nothing down there, right? Now looking in this box again, we see there's a 6, right? So then that has to be the 6 is the only one left over, right? Let's just double check. Again, didn't make a mistake. So that means we can eliminate 6 from this box here. So that eliminates 6 there. And then 6 can be eliminated from that one. Right? And if you keep doing this, and then 6 can be eliminated here, right? Because, right, the 6 goes down, it could be eliminated. So in this, that was a mistake. So in this box, we could only have 4 left. So we do 4. And then this pencil 4 has to be eliminated. So the only one left there is a 6. Right? So then we go back here. This pencil 6 is eliminated. This pencil 6 here is eliminated. And there's no 6 up there. This 4 here is eliminated. Just trying to clean up. This 4 here is eliminated, right? Because that 4 there is eliminated. Right? So then here, the only one left could be a 4. Right? So then part of this, especially if you do it in pen and paper, you really need to cross out the candidates. Though then we eliminate 4s. There's no 4s everywhere. Then we go in this box, we see there's a 6. And then that has to be a 6. And we eliminate the 6s from here because those are no longer valid candidates. And then 6s from here because that's not a valid candidate either, right? So we go up here, we see that's a 7. And we eliminate 7s where we see them. There's no 7s there, but there's a 7 there. So pencil, remove it. So that leaves it as a 2. So 2, eliminate 2s and 2s. Nope. So this box is fully solved. Let's just check. So far, no mistakes, right? So then here it's 7. That has to be a 7. Let's go up, eliminate 7s from here. Pencils again. 7. No more 7s. This one has to be a 6. Pencils. Let's eliminate 6s if there's anywhere in there. No, there's no more 6s. So we did good here, right? So pretty good, right? So then we go look where else we have a single candidate. Oh, here's a 3. So that one has to be a 3. Go back to pencils. There can't be a 3 here. There can't be a 3 here. Right, we go up. There cannot be a 3 here. Cannot be a 3 here. Now that we've done that, then we go right. There can't be a 3 here. And then I believe there can't be a 3 here. Right, so that it's always good to clean up your pencils again. That one has to be a 4. And let's clean up 4s right now real quick. Up above, that one has to clean up. Down below, we don't have 4. 4. That's clean. So this one has to be a 5. Let's clean up the 5s. 5. The only place the only thing left is could be a 4. Let's go up above. There's a 5 there. Let's just clean that up. All right, so that one has to be a 4. Clean this up here. That one cannot be a 4. This over here cannot be a 4. Right, and then we go that. Yep. So then that has to be a 5. Let's just check to make sure. And then we have to clean up the 5s now. That cannot be a 5. That cannot be a 5. We go over to the left here. That cannot be a 5. That the only thing left is for that to be a 9. So let's make that a 9 now. You can get when I've done originally, I because I didn't clean up, I've confused myself a lot because I didn't clean up the candidates, and it's actually probably one of the most important things to do, especially to get really good, because then you can see it. Because like right now, I know without much cleanup, you probably guess, oh, I can go guess a bunch of these. And you're right, you could, but it's easy to make a mistake. 5. All right, then we got to clean up 5s. There's no 5s. There's no 5s. That has to be a 3. That can't be a 3 there. So we don't know if it's 1 or 9. That one has to be a 3. Right, that has to be, there's a 3 up there we can clean. That we can clean. And then that one has to be a 9. And then let's clean this one up. 9. There's no 9 elsewhere. That one has to be a 6. And then that one has to be a 4. Actually, I should clean up the 6s, because I follow my own advice. There it is. So that one has to be a 4. That's good. This one has to be a 6. Let's make sure there's no 6s here. This one has to be a 9. Let's go. There's a 9 there, so we need to clean that up. All right, and then clean this up. This one now has to be a 1. It's good. Just check. Right, so good so far. Clean up the 1s. This one up above has to be a 1. No, what I did. Undo. Yeah, made a mistake. So there can't be a 1 there. That one has to be a 1. All right, so clean up that one. All the 1s are present. That one has to be an 8. That can't be an 8. That can't be an 8. That one has to be a 3. This one has to be a 3. That one has to be a 5. I didn't do a good job of cleaning this up one, but let's just do this. 3 gets cleaned up. 3 gets cleaned up. So 4, 4, 8, 7. That has to be a 2, and that has to be a 9, which makes this a 1, and which makes that a 9. And that's it. We've completed the puzzle. Thank you guys for joining me for episode 2. You have a good night, and remember, MavonX is always fresh and never repeated.